In this video, we are going to test using a root policy. For this test, we are going to use the user Museus, which has the role Museus. This user will have a validity period set between 9 and 10. The user will be trying to access the same FOI ID at 3 different times. Once between 9 and 10, in which access should be granted. Once before 9, in which access should be denied. And once after 10, in which access should also be denied. This is done through this root policy, which checks the validity period of the user. As we can see here, the user, this is a list of roles and FOIs. Here we can see the role Museus, which is the role that the user doing the test is going to have. And we can also see the FOI that we are going to use for this test, which is canal floor 0. As we can see, the user should be granted access, but the root policy will be controlling the activation time of the user. So first, we are going to see the logs for this test done before 9, which is 8:50. As we have seen before, the access in this case should be denied. Here we can see that we are accessing the FOI canal floor 0. Then we can see that the user is indeed Museus. And lastly, we can see that this request could not get data from the FOI because there was an error. As we can see before, this error is a 403 forbidden access error, which comes because the user is not authorized to access right now. So now we are going to see a different test done between 9 and 10. In this case, it is done at 9:50. And as we mentioned previously, this access request should be granted according to all the policies. So we see that the FOI is canal floor 0. We can also see here that the user is Museus. And now we can see that this request can read data from the middleware OK. So this is all working as intended according to the policies. Next, we are going to be seeing an access done after 10, in this case at 2:50 p.m. And as we mentioned, this access request should not be granted. We are going to see the logs now for this request. We can see that it was done for canal floor 0. We can see that the user is Museus. And lastly, we can see that this request could not get data from the FOI due to a 403 forbidden access error. So all the policies are working as intended.